Rasulillah, I greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome you all for this new segment. We in the Big Apple today, okay, and we have Brother Fahim from HajjUSA with us, inshallah. We're going to like to discuss a few things. Maybe we'll make things more clearer for our brothers and sisters who may join us this year, inshallah, for Hajj. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, I think we have been seeing you in several places in Mecca, Medina, and also on YouTube.
Yes.
And we want to know, is this the second year for you for making Hajj, or is it the third year? I lost count.
We lost count now with so many Hajj that we have done, alhamdulillah. HajjUSA is a company that has been around for a long time. And this is our my 12th year with HajjUSA. And I know you have done Hajj many times before, over 20 Hajj, alhamdulillah. You did well. But we are a team, of course, and we try to do our best to serve the Hajjis. This year we have quite a few things in mind for them to make their Hajj quite an experience, inshallah. And like always, we try our best to give a nice quality service to our Hajjis. And you know for a fact that, you know, with your spiritual leadership, we have always excelled in that area, alhamdulillah. Yes.
I heard about something second Hajj or something different that you try to add this year to make Hajj more convenient.
Yes.
Can you tell me something about this HajjUSA program?
Or something? Yes. We have two different programs this year. We have one program which will in closer to the Masjid al-Kaaba, and one farther away from Masjid al-Kaaba, which is in Azizia. It's about 3 miles away.
3 miles?
Yes. And that is the reason why there's a difference in price with these packages, because some people feel comfortable staying closer to the Kaaba, and some people who cannot afford it with the hotel prices and stuff, they will stay a little farther away.
How much money are you talking about, approximately different between being close to the Haram or being HajjUSA?
In our program, it's about $1,000 different.
Is it worthy, understand, to be a distance, or you should be closer and pay more, or what?
Well, it all depends on the person.
Exactly, I see.
On that person, their financial, exactly.
But when you say 3 miles away from the Haram, is it with those very crowded and all these things, how long would it take a person to walk to the Haram, approximately?
3 miles would be about 45 minutes walk.
40 miles. Maybe 1 hour?
Maybe 1 hour with traffic. Yes. Yes.
This is more blessings going
of
back
course,
and forth.
Of course, some people see it that way, and in the past we had many people who walked to the Haram because of this, because they want to gain the blessings of walking. Yes, exactly. But I would like to ask you a question also. That seeing that is HajjUSA part is it HajjUSA in the precincts of the Haram or no?
This is some fiqh issue, understand, about is the reward of the prayer there is equal to the Haram? To the best of my understanding, is not. Okay, so the person have to go. Their salah is acceptable in any place, you understand. But if a person wants the 100,000 multi-rewards, they're going to have to go to the Haram, which is in Mecca, even if they could not be inside the Haram. But wherever, as long as they did their best to walk and to go there, otherwise that means anybody can be in place, can pray without going to the Haram and getting the same reward. But for more reward, you need to put some effort.
But is
it is in Mecca. It is in Mecca, but it's not the Haram where you're supposed to pray and get the reward, and Allah knows best.
Yes. But is Mina, Muzdalifah, and Arafah in the precincts of the Haram or no?
In a sense of being a secret place, you understand? Yes, they are, okay? But that mean about cutting the trees and disturbing the birds and all these things.
Yes.
Yeah, all these things is related to these places, but still you understand that the prayer, the main focus is multi-reward up to 100,000 times. You understand? It has to be there in the haram or wherever they can reach as close as they can.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my main concern was about the Hajj being an Aziziyah. I think this, okay.
Well, it has several advantages for
Mm-hmm.
this. One, budget, like we talk financially,
Mm-hmm.
for those who cannot afford it, they $1,000 less, lots
Okay.
of money for some people.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people would like to walk from a far distance going towards the haram. That's their choice,
Mm-hmm.
to walk.
Mm-hmm.
And some people feel that it is too crowded around the haram,
Mm-hmm.
so they would like to be out and in of the haram.
But
So
actually, when the people there, they don't have anything else after they make Umrah. How long will it take them to make the Umrah? A few hours?
a few hours they will
And
take
after
it.
this,
After
this
it's
is
free
the-
time. It's their free time after.
The free time.
Yeah.
So actually, they need something to add more to
Yes.
keep them active. And
Yes.
so going back and forth, it maybe it's an advantage for some people. Isn't it?
It's for some people it's an advantage.
Mhm.
For some people it's a disadvantage.
And hardship maybe for some people.
Yes, because for some people for the older people, so to speak,
Mhm.
and who have conditions, impaired conditions like being on a wheelchair and all these things, they cannot go to the haram. Even if they're close, they cannot go to the Kaaba.
Oh yeah.
So they would prefer to go like in an area where it's not crowded, more relaxing,
Mhm.
and they would be there until the Hajj starts.
Yeah.
Okay? So moving away from the Kaaba makes a lot of difference for some people because of the crowd.
I see.
And then again, some people would like to stay away from closer to the Kaaba because of people, the crowd, they can pick up infection easily and stuff like this. People don't want to get sick, so they prefer to stay away from the crowd near to the haram.
But those people who have been Aziziyah, is there accessible, something accessible to them like restaurants or
Yes,
buying
of course,
food or
yes.
shopping?
In Aziziyah, which is very close to Mina,
Hmm.
we're actually...
But it's not in Mina.
It's not in Mina. It's
Okay,
very close to
okay.
Mina.
Yeah.
About at least about 15 minutes to where the Jamarat is, and the Jamarat is in Mina.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very close where shopping is. A lot of food, things to buy. It has a lot of shopping.
What about if somebody could not really walk? Is there any like
There
public
is
transportation?
transportation, but you have to pay.
Uh-huh.
And the cost for transportation varies also on the days that it gets closer to the Hajj.
Mhm.
It becomes more expensive.
I see.
So
What is the max that ever can be to go to the Haram when it gets so close to the
like 100 riyals.
For one person?
Yes. Which
This
is
is
approximately
talking about what?
$37.
Wow.
Yes. But normally what they do, they pick up like 10, 15 people in a minibus, in a small bus, and you pay like about
10
10 riyals.
Riyals.
Yes.
I see.
Which is about $3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm not advising the person to take this, go Aziziyah or stay beside the Haram. Everybody has to see his financial condition,
That's right.
his health,
That's
all these
right.
things.
That's right.
I think what about young people like you, I understand, me and you, we understand what white being is this, which is supposed to be an Aziziyah, or we need to have the canes with us to stay beside the Haram?
Personally, in Hajj, from my years of experience in Hajj, I would prefer to be away from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
My purpose there for Hajj is not actually in the Kaaba. Hajj is in Mina, Muzdalifah, and Arafah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are where the rituals are being taken place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? A lot of people, when they go to make the Hajj, because most of them goes the first time and they don't know if they will go back again, so they try to make maximum use of staying in the Kaaba.
I see.
But during the days of Hajj, you want to be as healthy as possible, to stay away from crowd, to be healthy to perform the rituals. Because I've seen from my years of experience, people who go from long before get sick, and when the days of Hajj come, they cannot make their rituals correct. because they're sick, they're coughing, sneezing, they cannot concentrate on, doing things that they're supposed to do. They're more concentrating on their health now,
I see.
So being away from the Kaaba and the crowd, because this is Hajj. In Umrah it's different. You can always go back for Umrah and enjoy the Kaaba. But in Hajj, you need to be healthy. Because, when you start the Hajj in Mina, and then you go to Muzdalifah, and you go to Arafah, and then you have the Stone Jamarat, it's very tiresome. You have, and for the older folks, they have to be in good health. Understand? So it is important to take care of your health to perform the rituals. When the Hajj is finished, alhamdulillah, you can do whatever you want.
But I think I understand as a manager of a group, doesn't matter to you if the person go to HajjUSA or going to be right away in Shuhada, because this is not a business like I'm making more money from here or there.
My concern,
you try to make a convenience for people.
My concern is the Hajis, and I always advise them that listen, follow our directions, and your Hajj, it will be simple for you and easy, and you will come back being satisfied. If you do not listen to our instructions and you try to do things and you get sick, and I've seen where people get sick and they cannot perform the rituals, it becomes a difficulty for them. You don't want this Hajj to be difficult. Because we have the experience, we know, I'm not saying that HajjUSA is a good shot, but, and I'm not saying whoever wants to stay wherever they want.
This is up to them.
Their
decision.
Yes, it's their decision. But nothing is wrong with HajjUSA. Nothing is wrong with staying closer to it. It's your choice.
Does it will be a lot of people there in HajjUSA?
Of course. Some people, from some countries will only stay in HajjUSA. They will not go close to the Haram.
Do you think some people will be even farther than HajjUSA?
Let me explain to you. Yes, people stay farther away than HajjUSA. And let me explain another thing. In a hotel opposite the Haram, it would take you at least half an hour to get in an elevator from the 13th or 14th floor to come down to the lower floor. At least every time the elevator stops, you will see it's filled. And if you are away that same half an hour, you can walk and reach to the
I remember when I used to go to the 14th floor, take the steps and go all the way to the 14th.
You prefer to go, because in front of the Haram is always crowded. You understand? And all the people want to focus in front of the Haram. So then the elevators are always packed. So the time that you take to walk, first of all, you will get more rewards to go to walk towards the Haram. And then, secondly, the time that you will be standing up waiting for an elevator, it's not like a punishment anymore. You just occupy yourself doing something.
So basically, in our segment today, we'll try to make it clear, especially to our brothers and sisters who choose HajjUSA, to be aware about the advantage and the disadvantage, and not to be surprised when they go to find themselves they are 45 minutes walking between them and Haram. They have to be, all these things be clear to the people before they go, regardless if they're going with our group or any other group. People want to know what is HajjUSA is about, why people should be or shouldn't in HajjUSA, and what is there, what is not there, advantage, disadvantage. Everything will be clear here. Nothing under the table. No.
That's right. That's right. First of all, like I mentioned before, the health is very important. Okay, and you have to understand that you live in the United States. So when you reach there, first of all, the sleep time is not the same. So your rest will
different times also,
right. So your sleep will be interrupted. Your rest. Food is not the same. So you will get
the environment, the air, everything.
The environment, everything is different. So as the time go by for a week or so, your body will start reacting to this, and your body will start getting weak. Okay, so and then if you're in a crowd that you're exposed to any kind of bacteria or anything like this, it's worse. So after you finish your Umrah, some people stay in the hotel. They don't go back. They pray around outside of the Haram because the crowd is too much in the Haram. And during Hajj, many times I see people cannot really enjoy a prayer in the Kaaba because people is jumping in front of you, people walking in front of you, you're praying, and people don't show any remorse. They just pass and jump over your backs, if you made sujood, you have to make sujood on somebody's back. So it's kind of difficult, you know. So being away from all this environment and being outside in Adly, which is like 3 miles away, you know, you can go 1 or 2 days, you pray in the haram, you come back, you can pray in that area again, but try to take care of your health, because you know, you do not want to get weak, and when the time comes for the real Hajj, from the 8th of Dhul Hijjah to the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, you want to be really strong to finish this.
The big jihad.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Thank you, Brother Fahim. With this, inshallah, we'll want to come to close this segment, and it's very important that we try to make the people aware and have some idea about Hajj in general and the issue concerning Aziziyah, where you would stay if you choose Aziziyah, regardless if you're going with HajjUSA or any other group, that you be prepared physically, mentally, spiritually. And don't forget, Hajj is a type of jihad, and you have to try to prepare yourself. You understand that you are going there, inshallah, try to please Allah, and you're going to be some inconvenience, you understand, some hardship, but prepare for it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all of us. We'll be talking to you soon again about Hajj with Brother Fahim, HajjUSA, inshallah. This is HajjUSA of New York. Don't forget this. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This was supposed to be here, man.